Welcome to Conversations with the Black Girl Blogger podcast, where you will hear amazing human interest stories from everyday people. They will inspire you, they will encourage you, and they will help you to overcome all of what you are going through in your life. I am your host, Aisha Morgan, and let's meet today's guest. All right, so I'm here with a very special guest. So joining me today is Jammile, and if anyone has been following me for a while and listened to my blog, you know who this is. This is my boo, and today we're going to be talking about online dating. And if you remember from my conversation with Alicia, Jammile and I met online. And so we're just going to talk about our experience with online dating. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Like she said, I'm Jammile. Everybody know I was in the Army for a little bit, retired. Now I work for the city. I've been with Aisha right now for about 4 years now.
No.
This is 4.
No, it's not.
What is it?
3?
It's 4. It feels like 4. Well, 3. We got a daughter together, Kingsley. It's an adventure every day. Very appreciative of them two in my life right now. And that's all about me. And everybody know I work for the city, even though I'm still retired right now.
All right. So when did you first start online dating?
I started it like Black Planet days from way back then.
Oh, I wouldn't even counted that as like online dating.
Really?
Well, I guess it is.
Yeah, Black Planet. But I wasn't on it like that. It just, you hear about it and then you just be like, whatever. But start from Black Planet, wasn't too much on it. Just like periodically.
Yeah.
It was like when I first got in the Army, so I really wasn't too much because we was always going out, stuff like that. But starting from Black Planet, and then I probably was never on it for like a long time. Then I guess when social media started hitting back up, I think the next one I got was POF.
Oh, Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, plenty of fish, and that's only because basically all my friends is on it. And they would tell me about it. But POF was kind of weird.
Why was it weird? Because I was only on there for like a very short period of time because I would get like really weird messages, so I stopped using it.
Yeah, I was on there I got on there probably around 2013 when I came back from Korea.
Okay.
So it was like weird because people's pictures and then like strange messages. There's a lot of catfish. Yeah, it was weird. So I really wasn't on it. And then I wasn't on it for like a long time. Then that's when I got on Tinder. Because I just heard about everybody swipe left, swipe right.
Yeah.
So when I got Tinder, that's all I kept doing. I just look at it, just swipe left, right. But I never really like engaged with people. Because I was on that and POF for like, I think 2015 maybe. That's when I got back in on. I was just like, they still was weird. I think I probably went on like one date out of the whole time I was on there. Maybe 2.
On what? Plenty of Fish?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One date.
Actually, no, it was 0.
2 dates. The other one, I went on it in Seattle.
Okay.
Right? And this girl,
Like a
little person.
Yeah.
Man, I came up in there. I was like, yep, this is not going to be, it's probably it.
Why?
She was short.
Well,
yeah.
She was a little person.
She was a little person, and she had a couple teeth missing.
Oh, my God.
And the first day, and one thing about being on online dating, every time I show up, if I did go on a date, everybody was like, you look like your pictures. I was like, because they're all my pictures.
Yeah.
Everybody said, like, you actually look like your pictures. Then I look at them and like, you don't look like your pictures.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, that probably the second date I went on. First one was just like she was cool, but it just didn't click. So
Yeah.
that was about it. And
Did you
then
ever use like eHarmony or Match.com or any of those sites
no, because I thought that was like
for white people?
not necessarily for white people. I just thought it was like a joke. 'Cause remember you got farmersonly.com.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought eHarmony and Match was. I just like whatever. But no, I never got on them two, just from Black Planet to POF and then Tinder.
Okay.
Yeah, with POF you just like mostly like hookups.
So you was hooking up with people on POF?
Yeah, but that's what most it was for. Nobody dating wise as far as that. That was basically what POF was, honestly, to me, from everybody.
Yeah. Go back and forth.
What about you on POF?
I was on POF and I kept seeing like people that just looked like they was like hood guys, I guess.
Oh yeah?
Where I was at.
You was in Houston?
No. I was in New Jersey.
Oh.
So it wasn't anybody that I was interested in.
And what was that? Like what time frame? Like
it was like 2012.
Oh, okay.
2011, 2012. I don't know. I'm not good with years.
Oh, so they was thug dudes or like kind of?
No, I don't want to say that. Like anybody that was black didn't look like somebody that I would date.
Oh.
So
what do you mean like anybody that you would date? Like your type or just no?
No, it was like, you know how like you look at people's pictures like on Tinder and be like, oh, okay, maybe they look like they got something going on.
Yeah.
None of those
types.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was a lot of big girls on Tinder too. Yeah, a lot of big girls on Tinder.
Well,
not Tinder, I'm sorry, POF.
Oh, yes. Okay. Got it.
I used to get a lot of big girl pics.
Naked ones?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I used to get a lot of those. Like, no, I'm good.
But I wasn't on Plenty of Fish, though, the longest. Like, I was on Match and eHarmony.
How did that go? I thought it was.
When I first was on there, I was in New Jersey. And the area that I lived was not very diverse.
So that's how it worked. It matched you. It matches what.
So like you put your range in of like how far away you want to have matches.
Oh.
So I was kind of close to Philadelphia, so I like made sure that my distance was far enough to include like Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But I only went on one date from when I was in New Jersey on Match.
Oh yeah.
And the guy was a police officer.
Hell no.
And he was white.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And that was like my first date ever. And my sister was like, like my first online date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not my first date, online date.
Yeah.
So she was like, make sure that you meet him somewhere and don't drive with him, like drive yourself.
Right.
And like, so I like told her where we were going, I think. And we went into Philly, but I didn't drive. So that was like already a minus on her checklist.
You didn't drive?
No, so like I met him somewhere.
Oh, and then, okay.
And then we drove into Philadelphia.
But you didn't drive?
No. And then he took me to like a hip hop club.
Why was it a negative?
Because my sister told me don't drive with like the person.
Okay.
So I did anyway.
You're probably just saving gas.
Well, it was like tolls and stuff. So he's like, oh, it doesn't make sense for you to pay tolls and then we got to probably pay to park or whatever.
Right. Okay.
So I just went along with it. I probably could have died, but I just felt like, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking that hard. But so he took me to like a hip hop club though. And I don't know. That was just weird to me.
On
Like,
the first date?
yeah. So we really didn't talk. And then, you know, when a white person is in a black club with a black person, people don't really think they're together. So like the whole time people were in there trying to talk to me, not realizing that I was like with him. So that was awkward. We only went on one date, and yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. And then when I moved to Houston in 2015, 14, 15, when I moved back here.
Yeah.
Then I was on eHarmony. And that was interesting.
Why is that?
Because eHarmony has like a lot of older men.
See, that's what I thought about eHarmony too. I thought it was for like old people.
Yeah, and it's really not. So like how it works is like anybody can message you and you can message anybody. Like you do a search and then like all these names will come up.
Okay.
But you have to pay to like be able to interact with people in certain ways. So if you do like the free one, you have to wait for somebody to message you. Like you can't message them. Yeah. Or I think like at one time you could like their post or you like do some kind of something to show them that you're interested, but you can't message them. Yeah. So I think I ended up paying for it anyway because I kept getting all these old men like
sugar daddy.
Yeah, in my inbox. So I ended up paying for it. And I met some very interesting people on eHarmony.
Old dudes?
No, like younger ones.
Yeah.
Like one guy was like this computer tech guy. And like when I met him, he was like, I make a lot of money and I have employees that live in China. And you like he was pretty much telling me that I was lucky to like
talk deal.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
And then he just kept talking about his money the whole time. So we went to Sam's Boat, matter of fact.
Sam's Boat.
Yeah. And so the whole time he just kept talking about
money,
his business and how successful he was. But he was a nerd. Like when I would try to change the subject and talk about just like regular stuff, he couldn't do it. So I was like, yeah. I just kept sitting there like looking at my clock and I was like, you know what? I got to get up early in the morning. Yeah. So I just ended up leaving. And then I met another guy I met another guy who used to be like 400 pounds and he had lost all this weight.
Oh yeah.
And was like probably like half that size. And like he showed me a picture of his license.
He did it like naturally?
I think he had surgery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like, you know, mentally, like you have to also do work on yourself when you lose weight because he still was acting like he was 400 pounds. And
like his eating habits or just like
well, no, like we went to this really healthy restaurant.
Yeah.
But like I guess like when he would talk about stuff,
yeah,
it's kind of like, yeah, but you're not 400 pounds anymore. like you can have these other experiences. So he would be like, yeah, before I lost weight, you know, I couldn't do this. And, you know, I didn't really date because nobody wanted to talk to me. Yeah. So that's like the majority of our conversation was that. Like talking about
him and his
what he was like when he was 400 pounds.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, he was really nice, but I was just like, I don't know what else to talk about. Like, you're not 400 pounds. I don't know. I didn't say that to him, but.
What, that he was really nice?
No, I didn't say like you're not 400 pounds.
Oh, no, I was saying because you said he's really nice. That the code for it. No. That's probably it.
No, when I say he was really nice, I meant like nice where I would have kept talking to him.
Oh.
But we didn't talk about anything but him when he was 400 pounds. So, like, it was never one of those, like, yeah, now everybody wants me type thing. It was just like, yep, I couldn't go on dates. Like, when I would go to the movies, I'm so glad they have those new chairs at the movie. Like, that's what we were talking about.
How long ago, when you met him, hey, I lost the weight?
I don't remember. He probably told me. I don't even remember. And then the longest guy that I dated from eHarmony, which made me get off after that, I dated this guy for like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And we would go like do all kind of stuff, all like random times. So you never had an inkling that he was like married. I never had an inkling he was married because it was like, you know how like you kind of get the assumption somebody's married if you're like always going out and then you're like in these places where people don't go.
Oh.
So you not being seen type thing. We would go like everywhere. And then it would be like daytime brunches, like lunch, breakfast.
Yeah.
Never stayed over each other's houses or nothing like that.
Right.
And then one time we went to Davenport's. Have you ever been there?
No, I think I heard of it.
It's like a martini bar.
Yeah.
And he paid with a credit card, and the guy gave me the card to sign. So I was like, this is not mine. And he was like, Miss So-and-so. And so I like looked at the card and it was like a lady's name. And I don't even remember the lady's name. And he like walked back over and I was like, here, he gave this to me to sign it. And then he was like, oh, but I don't think he realized that I like saw the name. So he like signed it and gave it back. And then the man gave me the receipt because there's a lady's name on it. So I was like, here's your receipt. So
he had his wife's card possibly?
So, well, it got awkward. And like we went outside like to leave. And then he was like, I mean, this is up to you. Like if you decide, like just like, yeah, he's like, I get it. It's a little weird. He's like,
he was married.
No, he said, my wife and I have an open relationship. So, whatever, you can decide if this is something that you want to continue or not. Like, I get it. And I was just like, what? Like, no, like, why would I want to see you and you're married? And then you didn't tell me to give me the choice 3 months ago.
Yeah, you wait till the card came up.
Yeah, you let me find out. You didn't tell me. So that was weird. And then so we just went our own separate ways after that.
Yeah, I didn't know eHarmony was like that. Well, I think that's all apps are though. You get the messages, you gotta pay to get.
Well, no, because Tinder wasn't. Tinder was free. Everything was free. And then they kept doing like more upgrades as they got bigger.
Yeah. Because
before, like you couldn't send pictures. Then they did it where you could send pictures.
Oh.
So I was on Tinder when Tinder first came out. Were you on Tinder when it first came out? Okay.
How was it?
So when Tinder first came out, it was connected to your Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you couldn't like change the picture, so it had to be pictures that was on Facebook.
Right, because wasn't that the only way you can like set an account? Because if you had a Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, but you could also only add pictures from Facebook. So your pictures had to be on Facebook first. Like you couldn't just put any pictures that you wanted on it.
Right.
So you had to use pictures that was already on your Facebook. And then it would like create a profile from your Facebook. So like your age, your name, so whatever name. You could change your name though. You couldn't change your age. So whatever age you were on Facebook, that's what age you were on Tinder.
Right.
And then you could look at people's profiles, but that was it. And then you could send them a message, and then they could send you a message. But that was it. Like you couldn't do anything else. So then when I got on that time, I was just on there just to see what it was about.
Right.
And like when I was on there the first time, it was like hookup city. It would be like all these young guys like messaging me and like constantly. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So, okay, first of all, you couldn't send pictures on there. So, like you're talking to people
right and
on the app. And then I would give them like my Google Voice number.
Right.
And then that's when I would get the pictures. And be like, Google oh Voice. My God. Yeah. Because you couldn't send pictures on Tinder at first.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Videos, nothing. Like you could only do messages.
I didn't even know you could send pictures in Google Voice.
Yeah, it's like a regular phone number. You did it like a long time ago, but
yeah.
So yeah. So I would be like talking to people and it would be all good. And then I'm like, oh, or they would say, let's exchange numbers. And
here you come.
Yeah. I'll be like videos and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, what the heck? I don't even know. Oh my God, that's such a turn off. Like a stranger's penis just showing up in my inbox on my text messages. Like, no, that's weird. Guys, that's weird. Don't do that. It's weird.
I just never understood that.
If you've never met somebody, like, there's some old people, or I'm not even gonna say old. There's some people that like dick pics, but ask first.
I got friends that do that, and I'd be like, "Why?"
But as a woman, like, ask me first. Like, what are you into? Like, do you like when people send you pictures? Like, ask. Don't just send it, because that's weird. For me, that's weird. So, but I mean, I met some people on there.
Yeah.
And then like the weirdest is like, so Tinder is by your location. You know that.
Yeah.
So one time me and my friend Gia were at work teaching in a school and I was telling her about Tinder.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, you got to get on it. Like there's just so many people. Like even if you don't find somebody that you want to like date, like just, somebody to hang out with. Right. Sometimes people be from out of town, so they'll be here for the weekend and they just want somebody to show them around, which that's happened to me a couple times where like a guy's like, oh, I don't live here, but we can hang out. So like, I'll just show them around.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Man, take them out to eat and go to the club, go to bars and stuff, and then they be gone.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure they expected something, but not over here. So, but anyway, so we are at work. I'm showing her the app, and one of the coaches comes up
in the app
on my thing, like on the app. So right. Swipe right, swipe left. Mm-hmm. He comes up on there, and he was married. That happened twice. 2 coaches that were married came up on Tinder.
I know a lot of people on Tinder married.
But what if the other spouse was on there just to see and was curious? Now they know that you was on there.
That's how I found out most of my online date apps from dudes that was married.
That's so sad. So sad and pitiful.
What you doing on there? Oh man, I'll just be on there. Yeah, okay.
Right, exactly. They don't just be on there. So that was like my experience at the beginning when I first got on Tinder. And then I met my ex-husband on there.
Yeah.
And that happened because I was like, maybe what I think is my type really isn't my type.
Oh, yeah, I remember you said that.
Yeah, I was wrong. My type is my type.
Ain't nothing wrong
Stay
with
in my box.
going outside the box.
Yeah, that didn't work for me. So, but anyway,
So it was another app. Was you on Bumble? I just thought about that.
I was on Bumble.
Bumble was just like
I was on Bumble and met Dion.
oh yeah, Dion.
Yeah.
I think Bumble was like
And Bumble and
was like eHarmony.
no.
I think it was because when I was on there for
like a lot of white people, you mean?
well, old
I
people.
don't think it was as popular.
Yeah.
But then there was another one called, my friend told me about Hinge and Bumble. And Hinge, the woman had to initiate the conversation.
I thought, yeah. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So the guy couldn't message the girl. The girl had to message the guy first. That was interesting. I didn't stay on there long.
Why? It's because you had to initiate the contact?
No, it was because I don't think a lot of people knew about it.
Oh, so it was like weird.
So the range of men on there wasn't very like.
It's weirdos.
No, it just wasn't a lot of guys on there. Not a lot of black men anyway.
Yeah, I think that's how Bumble was because that's, I guess, when I was on there for like maybe 3 weeks, it was like a lot of old women though.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't really.
But it was a lot of old women that they either had money or they had like good jobs. So I was like, dang.
They was trying to be your sugar mama.
No, I'm good.
Babe, you could have been rolling in the dough.
I could have. But no,
living it up.
Yeah.
Somebody's sugar daddy. I mean, sugar baby. Is that what you call it?
And that's when I told you like pictures. Because every time you think like you actually look like your picture. And when I was on Bumble, it was like pictures from 15 years ago. Like, what the hell?
Oh, the women?
Yeah. I think there's one woman I went on a date with. The lady was trying to hook me up with her. She was a counselor.
From Bumble?
It was from Tinder, I think. And she was a counselor at Phoenix University over there on 45. She was a nice looking woman, but her pictures didn't match what she looked like now. So she kind of looked like Skeletor.
Oh my God. That's what?
Yeah. She smiled and it's like she looked like Skeletor. So she was cool people, but yeah, I was like, nah. She looked like Skeletor.
That's crazy. Have you been catfished before?
Yeah, by the little woman. She didn't tell me what her height was.
Well, that's not being catfished. Because there was a guy that I met that like strategically took pictures where he wasn't really next to things.
For real?
Yeah.
It's too much.
So like even though it was like a full body picture, like he wasn't standing next to something where you could see how tall he was.
Yeah.
And so we met at this bar and I was sitting like on the bar stool because like I'm the type of person that I want to get there first. Yeah. So I can like scope it out. Sometimes I like sit in my car and wait to see if I see the person walk in.
Yeah.
Just so I know, like, okay, that's your car. Like, whatever. So, like, you didn't just get dropped off by your girlfriend or your sister or your mom or something.
What the hell?
That has happened. Not to me, but that has happened to people.
Oh. And
then now in this day and age, you just say it's an Uber. Why the Uber coming back? Same one. No, that was like your sister or something dropping you off. But anyway, no, but so I am sitting on this bar stool at the bar, and then the guy walks up to me and is like the same height as me sitting down on the bar stool. And they weren't like high bar stools. Like it was an outside bar. So then I'm like, I feel like if I stand up,
you'll be taller.
Like, I didn't want him to be embarrassed because he was probably like 5'5", and I'm like 5'8", 5'9".
Right.
So I didn't stand up because I didn't want him to be embarrassed. So then I ended up having to go to the bathroom, but we were both sitting. So when I stood up, I was like a whole lot taller than him sitting on his bar stool. And he was like, I love a tall woman. It was weird.
Yeah, most of the time I just was swiping at work.
On Tinder?
Yep, I just swiping, and that's it. It's a lot of transgenders on Tinder. Especially when I guess when I was about to leave Seattle.
Yeah.
So that's when I started to get back on there, I guess, but yeah, they'll hit you up. They'll be like, nah, I'm good.
But do they say that they're transgender?
Yeah. They try to hide it, and then you look at their profile and see if they say it.
Yeah.
But then you just be like, keywords like, yeah, that's a man. That's a man. So
well, on the woman side, like that doesn't happen.
Or maybe because they identify themselves as a woman, and that's why it showed up on it.
Oh, they put that they were a woman.
Yeah, I think that's because I used to always be like,
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because I used to go back and look. I'll go to my thing, like interested in them, be like, what the hell? Then I was like, probably because they said they're interested in men, or
but that they were a woman. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I've never had a woman show up on mine.
Yeah, in Seattle, it was like that a lot. So
I think for me, the most is just a lot of short men. Like this one guy, he would like always, he had like a bunch of pictures of him working out.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really tell how tall he was. And he was so short. And then he was like a nerd. Like when we met at a restaurant and he was like, oh, I broke my glasses on the way here. So his glasses had tape on the side.
No.
His glasses had tape on the side. And I'm just sitting there like, what in the world is happening right now?
No.
And he was short too.
Yeah, it was I know a lot of women used to have like some of them Instagram models as their pictures. Like, that's not her. And then I know a lot of women used to always be like, why you don't have no kids, or something, or like something is wrong with you. Because me, when I used to be on there, if I did interact with somebody, I just be like a simple like, hey, how you doing, whatever. I don't be like, oh, hey, what's up, shorty, whatever, or some lame pickup line. I just be like, hey, how you doing, whatever. Some women didn't like that because like, oh, that's just basic. Well, what else you want me to come up with? I can't be making up lines every time I see a person I like. Just keep it simple. They respond back. But I used to see that with a lot of women. I don't know, you got to be like original with something, but you can throw something there catchy, but it ain't gonna be no like, I don't know, Casanova line, because then they probably think you fake or something. I don't know. That's why I used to always like lie about how much I made. I'd be like, I just made $20,000 a year.
Who asked you how much money you make?
I did it one time, right? I put it like low, average, whatever.
Then I didn't even answer that question.
And then I put like exactly what I made. I used to get like hit up in life. I used to be like, oh, this movie is crazy, yo, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, it was like that. Then when I was in Seattle, there was a lot of white girls who hit me up. I like black women, so I just like, when I went out with them, I just felt like awkward, like I don't want nobody to see me. No white girl, but I just could not see myself like marrying one. So I love black women, so I felt awkward. I was like, it's probably not gonna last. I didn't go on too many dates. Then my last date was with you, but
obviously,
right.
What like caught your eye about my profile?
You was in that white dress. You was in a white dress.
Lies.
Yes, it was.
I don't wear white.
You was at an all-white affair or something.
No, that was after we met.
Well, it was on there.
No, it was not.
Well, that's what caught my eye.
But it was not on there.
Well, I don't know what picture it was, but I remember that one. Because that's why I swiped, because I was like swiping.
There was no picture of me in a white dress on Tinder.
Okay, then what was it then?
I never had on a white dress.
You went to an all-white thing. It was some all-white event.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm sticking to it. How you gonna tell me?
You're wrong.
Because you said you had a little thing that you went to, and it was like an all-white thing that you went to one time.
Babe, no.
Okay.
That dinner you talking about?
Yes. I don't know if it was an all-white, but
that was after we had already talked.
Okay. I'm just saying.
We talked, right? The first conversation we had, we talked about Halloween. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And I don't even know how the conversation started, but we were talking about Halloween.
Okay, so how did we?
Well, my question was to you, what made you swipe right on my profile?
So what picture did you have on your profile?
I had a picture.
What picture did I have on mine?
You had one where you was rowing on the rower.
Right.
You had another one where you was working out. Then it was another one you was like on the beach.
Yeah, I just updated. I guess I changed it.
That's all I remember.
And what was the picture that when you swipe? What picture was it?
Which one? Why did I swipe?
Yeah. What picture was on there?
Like the main one?
Yeah, I guess you know how like you gotta swipe? Like what picture was that?
You could click on somebody's profile before you swipe though. Like I don't ever just swipe like you be doing.
That's what I did.
To me?
Yeah, because you was like, you know how like when you go on Tinder, right? And you just open up and it's like the swipe dailies or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
That's what I did. And then I seen your picture. I was like, damn, she was
didn't even pick me.
No, I did pick you.
No, you didn't. You just swiped.
Yeah, but I swiped the way where I liked you. Like it's like left, right. I don't know which one it was. But
right.
I was like, dang, because you was like a dark chocolate. I was like, dang, I swiped that way.
When I saw you on your Tinder profile, I don't remember. I think it was a picture with just your face because you didn't have any facial hair. You had a nice smile.
Oh, yeah. I ain't had no face. I had no pictures.
You didn't.
Probably just started growing it.
I don't even think you had hair.
On them?
On your head.
No, I didn't.
I think he was just bald. I say he looks kind of corny, but
that was fucked up.
I'm gonna just swipe.
I know I had a picture where I had a hat on. Right?
That might have been the one on the beach.
No, I wasn't on the beach with no hat on. It was too hot.
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. So our first conversation was about Halloween. Do you remember that?
No. I don't.
Because I don't
want to bring back.
I don't know the whole thing, but I just know we were talking about Halloween because you were saying that you get dressed up. Or you
yeah. Because we was doing the costume contest, right? Something like that.
You might have been.
Yeah.
But I was talking about work and Halloween. And then the next week after Halloween was the white party, the dinner en blanc.
Okay.
Which means before that, we had already been talking for like a week.
It probably was. I don't know, but I still remember the picture.
What made you ask me out, babe?
What made me ask you out?
Yeah, because when I was doing the dinner en blanc, I got stood up by this guy, and he was like, "Oh, if I had all white,
Oh yeah,
I would
bitch,
have
I
came.
would have came.
Yeah.
No, because we had good conversation. We was I think we was talking on the phone like what, maybe every other day or every day.
Not by that dinner and block time.
Yeah, I know not about that,
After
but
that,
we was
texting.
texting.
Yeah. Then we exchanged numbers.
Right. Yeah, you seem nice and we had a good conversation, so that's why I asked you out. And then I seen that dress. I was like, hell yeah.
And it wasn't even a dress.
But yeah, that's when we met at Raw Sushi.
Yeah. And then I
Trying
was
to be
late.
incognito.
Normally I'm on time and early, and I was a little late because of traffic. And then,
Yeah, but when we both got out the car, we was like there at the same time.
right, and I walked right past him. You want to know why? Because he had facial hair.
Oh yeah, did.
And I was like, you have facial hair. And then he was like, oh, hey, what up?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not what you look like on Tinder.
I didn't think it was a big deal.
It wasn't the fact that it was a big deal, but I was just like, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, I'm Jammile. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do got a beard.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you was booty faced in all them pictures on Tinder.
Yeah.
No facial hair.
I didn't update too much on there.
So on our first day, we went to Raw Sushi. What did you think?
At the whole day?
Yeah, like the date. What did you think about the date?
Oh, it was great. We was laughing. The dude was singing. The waiter.
The waiter.
And I had never been to that place, so the food was good, but we had good conversation. Was laughing. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Was you scoping me out, babe?
I scope you out when you got out the car. And I was like, dang, she tall.
You scoped me out when I got out the car, but you didn't even know who I was.
I had to make sure because your hair was different. So
probably
then you was tall. So I was like, dang, she tall. But that was nice though.
This is my shoes.
Yeah, I figured that. But yeah, it was good. I was like, I got her, yo.
Whatever. What is that?
No, but I had a good time though. We stayed there, to like almost when they closed.
Yeah, we were there for a long time, just talking.
Yeah, I haven't had a date like that in like a long time. So, and then there was no catfish. And I thought you were gonna say the same thing, like, you actually look like your pictures.
No, I actually was like, who is this with all this hair on his face?
Yeah. What?
And on your head, because you had a mohawk.
Yeah. I think I had just decided, like, man, I'm about to grow my beard and not too far from getting out the army. So
I had fun on the date, the first date.
Why'd you have fun?
Because I felt like you were easy to talk to and like you were cute. So I was like, okay, he's cute without facial hair, cute with facial hair. So that's a plus. Because some people like it's either hit or miss.
With facial hair?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I think it's a big thing, but is it?
It is because like some people are attractive with facial hair and not attractive without it.
Oh.
And then I liked your mohawk.
Yeah, that was fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people like that shit. I'm trying to get it back now.
I know. But yeah, we had good conversation and
was laughing.
Yeah, it was fun. And then the next week I went out of town. You tried to hold me hostage. Remember I went to your house on my way to the airport?
Oh yeah, I remember that. But to my hold you hostage
Because I was like, I gotta go. You was like, okay, and then you kept talking. I was trying to leave, and then you would just be like, oh, hold on. Don't go yet. Hold on. Let me show you something. Or then you'll just be talking about something.
Yeah, because I did show you something.
What did you show me?
I don't know what it was at the time.
Nothing. Jayla came outside. He was like, oh, I want to introduce you to
Jayla B.
my niece. And then she came outside. Delane came outside. Well, she came to the door.
Oh yeah. Jersey.
Like,
oh, that's when you had told me about when we was at Ross Sushi. That's when you told me about how fast you was married.
you mean how fast I was divorced?
Yeah, how fast well you're married. I was like, that's one thing that stuck out. I was like, well, at least she knows she wanted. I ain't never heard no story like that. I was like, what? Like it.
Yeah, but you were married too.
Yeah, but I was married for like 7 years.
Well,
when you said, I was like, oh, okay. At first, before you said that, I thought he had like passed away or something.
Why?
Before you gave the reason, but I was like, oh.
What made you think he passed away? You just assumed?
Yeah, because he was like, it only lasted like a month or whatever.
That I did not say a month.
Well, that's what it seemed. I knew it was more than a month, but like, even then, I was like, damn.
It was like I said a year.
Well, I think you said you knew or something that, yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't have got married to begin with.
But anyway, what do you think?
About what?
After that, after the raw sushi.
I mean, I don't know. I guess because like of my experience with my ex-husband and just different people that I had dated after that. I don't know, like you kind of get a vibe from people.
Right.
So I felt like we vibe really well together, like complimented each other as far as personalities go. It was kind of like natural.
Yeah, it was not forced, I guess.
Yeah. What made you feel comfortable to move in together, though?
What made me feel comfortable a little bit?
A little bit. Okay, a little bit.
I mean, it had crossed my mind, but then I was like, I don't know. I just wanted to probably like just be by myself for a little bit, but I just thought about it. I was like, give it a shot because you was like cool. I got along with you and I liked you. So say, man, just go for it.
After what, a year or something? We had Kingsley. Well, I told you I was pregnant.
No, Sasha told us she was pregnant.
Whatever.
Cause we was like, yeah.
I think I kind of knew I was pregnant too.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, why would you?
I was just like.
So when I was, remember when I was like, babe, I think I'm pregnant. And he was like, did you take a test?
Yeah. I was like,
no. He's like, you might want to do that first.
Because you kept saying it. I was like, at first when you said, I was like, man, she ain't pregnant. And you said it again. And then, with Sasha barking at you. But that's when you said, like, maybe I was like, well, did you take a test? So I think I went to class. I was like, just take a test and see what it say. Then when I got that text message, I was like, oh. I was like, oh, about to have a kid now. And then it took me like the excitement was like building.
Yeah.
I was getting hyper and hyper like every day, every week. I was just like daydreaming in class. I'm about to have a kid. And not too much didn't care if it was a boy or girl. But it really didn't matter to me. Yeah. And I wanted to tell everybody, but had to wait.
Yeah.
Had to wait, but yeah, that was a great experience. We was pregnant, even though the last couple of months because of COVID.
Yeah. Sucked.
Sucked. Just had to sit in the house.
When you found out it was a girl, how did you feel?
I kind of knew it was gonna be a girl.
Why?
I don't know. I just kind of did. I was still hyped though, excited, and I kind of had a feeling that you knew.
But she called me though. It wasn't at the appointment.
Yeah, I know it was at the appointment. I remember they said they would.
Yeah.
Call you or let you know. And I was like, man, I need to know too that day.
No.
Yeah. What did you do when you found out it was a girl? You knew it was a girl anyway, because you kept saying it.
No, I didn't.
What did you do?
Call my mom and told her. I did. I FaceTimed her and told her. And then I went on Amazon and ordered
the stuff.
Yeah, because I had like 2 outfits saved. One if it was a girl, one if it was a boy.
Yeah.
And then I ordered the outfit, waited for it to come, put everything together, and then that's how I told you. What was your thoughts on the natural birth versus the hospital?
My thoughts, the natural birth, I thought it was like, could be cool. I wanted to do it at the birth center. The bathtub. Mm-hmm. It looks so relaxing. Then like the whole process of how they did it. I felt like when we were in the hospital, I felt like, I don't know, rushed. Or just like, I don't know. But we had a cool doctor, but at first it just was.
You felt rushed?
No.
I mean, the process.
Yeah, in a way. I felt like when we was there, it's like, I don't know, I felt like I wasn't informed enough in a way, but I don't know.
What did you need to know? She was coming.
I know she was coming, but I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know. I just didn't like being there. I think it's because you didn't like being there, in a way.
I mean, I think because I knew you had to leave.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of like one of those like exciting, but I knew as soon as it was over, like,
yeah,
it was just gonna be me and this baby.
Oh,
but experiencing the induction, like being induced, I don't know that I could have had a natural birth if that's what it was gonna be like for a couple hours.
Man, I was like, I don't know. I was like, man, are you gonna make it? I was feeling like helpless.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't do nothing to ease the pain. I was like, yeah, that was crazy.
Do you see yourself being a dad to 2 babies or just 1 kid?
I see myself being a dad to 1 kid. I ain't trying to hear all that right now. Probably no time soon. It's like I tell people, you gotta ask God. I don't know that question.
I feel like God got me through the first labor, the first pregnancy. Well, technically it was my second, but I feel like he guided me through that whole thing and was like, okay, that's it for you. Right. You did a great job. And that's probably going to be it for you.
Right. And I didn't faint like you thought I was.
I never said you was going to faint.
I was all down there like, oh, I see the head. It's coming. That was fun. I should have been a doctor that day.
No. It was fun for you?
Hell yeah. I was like, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it was not that fun for me.
Oh, I knew it was for you.
It was not. I'm still waiting for my push gift, by the way.
Hey, you are going to get a push gift.
Kingsley's about to be 5.
No, she's not. She probably act like she's 5.
She definitely does.
She about to be
She's
5.
almost 2 in 6 months. That's not made up.
I've never heard of a push gift.
Well, it is a thing.
I didn't know
and
that.
I'm for it because at the end of it, yes, we got a baby, but a year and a half later, I'm still trying to get myself back together.
Oh, yeah.
And you, on the other hand, have been living life.
What are you talking about living life?
Nothing happened to your body.
Oh, I mean.
Nothing you know, didn't have to worry about feeding her, sleeping.
Oh, I did it.
None of that. So, push gifts are relevant.
Like I said, I didn't know it was a thing, but I'll give you one.
Well, babe, I think that is pretty much sums up everything for now. What do you think?
Yep, sums it up.
Thanks for coming on and being my guest. And I'm sure you'll be on other episodes after this.
Yep, it'll be me and Kingsley.
Oh, Lord.
Chilling.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. All right, thanks, babe.
Thanks.
And that's a wrap on another amazing episode. I know that you were just as inspired as I was after listening to that conversation. And to let us know how we're doing, don't forget to leave us a review, like, share, and follow the podcast. Also, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at The Black Girl Blogger and check out our website, www.theblackgirlblogger.com. And the most important step, make sure you share the podcast with someone you know and tell them to share with someone they know. And if you know someone who has an amazing story to tell, or if you yourself would love to tell your story, leave us a message on our website or any of our social media platforms so we can reach out to you and have you on the podcast. Until next time, peace out.